Welcome to our exploration of the most dangerous countries in the world in 2024. Based on extensive data and reports from reputable sources, we delve into regions fraught with challenges and risks. Join us as we uncover the countries facing significant security concerns and turmoil. Number 1. Afghanistan. Afghanistan is consistently ranked among the most dangerous countries affected by terrorism, with lots of terrorist incidents reported every year. The government is still dealing with a lot of fighting and instability. There's a severe risk of violence and terrorism for both locals and travelers. Extremist groups carry out frequent attacks, and security is shaky in many areas. Afghanistan is consistently ranked among the countries most affected by terrorism, with lots of terrorist incidents reported every year. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, also points out that Afghanistan plays a big part in global opium production, which funds insurgent groups and makes security even worse. Travelers should be really careful and avoid going to the country unless it's absolutely necessary because of the danger of kidnapping, terrorism, and armed conflict. Number 2. Syria. Ravaged by years of civil war, Syria remains one of the most dangerous places on earth, with widespread violence, political instability, and humanitarian crises plaguing the country. The ongoing conflict has resulted in devastating consequences for civilians, including widespread displacement, destruction of infrastructure, and a humanitarian crisis of immense proportions. According to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, over 500,000 people have been killed since the conflict began, with millions more forced to flee their homes. Travel to Syria is strongly discouraged due to the high risk of violence, kidnapping, and terrorist attacks. The U.S. Department of State has issued a Level 4 travel advisory, advising against all travel to Syria due to the ongoing civil war, terrorism, kidnapping, and armed conflict. Number 3 on our list is Iraq. The Global Peace Index from the Institute for Economics and Peace ranks Iraq as one of the most dangerous countries due to its ongoing violence and political instability. The nation grapples with severe security challenges, including terrorism, armed conflicts, and widespread violence, making life difficult for both residents and visitors. Deep divisions along ethnic and religious lines further complicate the political landscape, contributing to the country's instability. The Global Peace Index highlights Iraq as one of the least peaceful nations, plagued by continuous violence and political unrest. Reports from the United Nations Assistance Mission for Iraq, UNAMI, indicate a high number of civilian casualties resulting from terrorist attacks and ongoing conflicts. Travelers to Iraq must exercise extreme caution and stay updated on the latest security advisories to ensure their safety. Number 4. Somalia. With a lack of effective governance and ongoing armed conflict, Somalia experiences high levels of violence, piracy, and lawlessness, posing significant risks to anyone in the region. The country has been plagued by decades of civil war, clan-based conflicts, and the presence of armed extremist groups such as Al-Shabaab. According to the United Nations, Somalia faces a complex humanitarian crisis, with millions of people in need of assistance due to conflict, drought, and displacement. The Global Peace Index ranks Somalia as one of the least peaceful countries in the world, with ongoing violence and instability affecting civilians and humanitarian operations. Travel to Somalia is strongly discouraged due to the unpredictable security situation and the threat of kidnapping, terrorism, and piracy. Number 5. South Sudan. Political unrest, ethnic tensions, and widespread poverty contribute to the volatile situation in South Sudan, where conflict and violence are constant threats to the population. The world's youngest country has been plagued by internal strife since gaining independence in 2011, with ongoing clashes between rival ethnic groups and political factions. According to the United Nations mission in South Sudan, UNMISS, the country continues to experience significant levels of violence, displacement, and human rights abuses. The Global Hunger Index ranks South Sudan among the countries with the highest levels of food insecurity, exacerbating the humanitarian crisis. Travelers to South Sudan should exercise extreme caution and avoid all non-essential travel due to the high risk of violence and civil unrest. Number 6. Yemen. Civil war, humanitarian crises, and political instability have made Yemen a dangerous place to live or visit, with ongoing violence and instability affecting millions of people. The country has been embroiled in a devastating conflict since 2015, with fighting between Houthi rebels and the internationally recognized government backed by a Saudi-led coalition. According to the United Nations, Yemen is experiencing the world's largest humanitarian crisis, with millions of people facing hunger, disease, and displacement. The conflict has resulted in widespread civilian casualties, destruction of infrastructure, and a collapse of basic services. Travel to Yemen is strongly discouraged due to the high risk of violence, kidnapping, and terrorism, as well as the dire humanitarian situation. Number 7. Venezuela. Economic collapse, political turmoil, and social unrest have led to widespread crime, violence, and instability in Venezuela, making it one of the most dangerous countries in the Western Hemisphere. The country has been plagued by hyperinflation, food and medicine shortages, and political repression, leading to widespread protests and civil unrest. According to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, or UNODC, Venezuela has one of the highest homicide rates in the world, with crime and violence affecting all segments of society. The U.S. Department of State has issued a Level 4 travel advisory, advising against all travel to Venezuela due to crime, civil unrest, poor health infrastructure, kidnapping, and arbitrary arrest and detention of U.S. citizens. Number 8. Mexico. While known for its vibrant culture and beautiful landscapes, Mexico also grapples with high levels of crime, drug trafficking, and cartel violence, particularly in certain regions. The country has experienced a surge in violence in recent years, with organized crime groups engaging in turf wars and targeting civilians, law enforcement, and government officials. According to the Mexican government's National Institute of Statistics and Geography, Mexico recorded over 34,500 homicides in 2020, making it one of the deadliest years on record. The U.S. Department of State has issued a Level 3 travel advisory, advising travelers to reconsider travel to Mexico due to crime and kidnapping. Travelers to Mexico should exercise caution and avoid areas with a high level of criminal activity, such as border regions and known drug trafficking routes. Number 9. Honduras. Rampant crime, gang violence, and political instability contribute to Honduras's reputation as one of the most dangerous countries in Central America, with high murder rates and other crimes. The country faces significant challenges related to poverty, corruption, and weak law enforcement, leading to widespread violence and insecurity. According to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Honduras has one of the highest homicide rates in the world, with crime and violence affecting all aspects of society. The U.S. Department of State has issued a Level 3 travel advisory, advising travelers to reconsider travel to Honduras due to crime and kidnapping. Travelers to Honduras should exercise caution and avoid areas with a high risk of crime, particularly after dark and in urban areas. Number 10. El Salvador. Despite its small size, El Salvador faces significant security challenges, including gang violence, organized crime, and social unrest, making it a hazardous destination for residents and travelers alike. The country has one of the highest homicide rates in the world, with gang-related violence and extortion posing serious threats to public safety. According to the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, El Salvador recorded over 3,500 homicides in 2020, making it one of the deadliest countries in the region. The U.S. Department of State has issued a Level 3 travel advisory, advising travelers to reconsider travel to El Salvador due to crime and kidnapping. Travelers to El Salvador should exercise caution and be aware of the risks of violent crime, including robbery, assault, and gang-related activity. As we conclude our exploration of the most dangerous countries in the world, make sure to check out other videos on our channel for more fascinating insights into global trends and destinations. Thanks for watching, and remember to stay informed and stay safe wherever your travels may take you.